A very good morning to Professor Madia, Dr. Anand bin Zainul Rabidins, and my fellow friends. As we know, the world is in the era of the 21st century and many technology revolution has been made. So for examples, the implementation of e-wallets promotes cashless communities. Hence, as a future engineer, we need to face the new normal challenge and environments. So today we are going to discuss the fourth industrial revolution, which known as IR 4.0, and what's to our opinions to face these environments. Let us first welcome Wu Weixiang.
So I'm gonna now talk about the system integration in IR 4.0. Okay, first of all, the first challenge is that the engineers need to keeping the existing system up to date and working properly. And for the next one is that it need to ensure that the system is secure from cyber threats and attacks. And the third one is that they need to design different types of system integration for different requirements for different kind of customer. Like in industrial, we will have the industrial use, and for home using, it's for home using only. Okay, now I will go to the next slide.
Sorry for interrupt. May I ask a question?
Yes, yes.
How to keep the system up to date?
Like the engineer has to keep increasing their knowledge, like keeping up their updates, like their knowledge to ensure that the system can do other process, can operate other process, rather than the same process from the beginning of the system is working until now. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. So for the next slide is Internet of Things. Like the first thing is that you need to ensure that the data handling is efficient. And in addition, the smart devices must be designed as they can analyze the data they collected and more efficient. And for the third one, the engineers need to design the smart devices as it becomes with a low power consumption. Like if the power consumption is high, like it need more electricity and it will cause some problems.
Good morning. I will explain about the autonomous robots. In my opinion, it can perceive the environment, make decisions based on the perceived that has been programmed to recognize and actuate a movement or manipulation within that environment. For example, the actions would respect to the mobility with basics such as starting, stopping, maneuvering around the obstacle that block in their way. So, what are the challenges of the autonomous robot? The improvement of the autonomous robot to bio-inspired robots. This is the first challenges for the future engineers. Then followed by the lack of some elements such as a battery to match metabolic conversion, muscle like actuators, self-healing materials. In my opinion, how to overcome this condition, the future engineers need to explore new fabrication methods and new types of materials such as artificial muscle, soft robotics, and assembly strategy to overcome this condition. Next, I will explain about the simulation. Yes.
May I interrupt? Okay. I want to ask something about the autonomous robot. What are the important elements beside the bio-inspired robots?
Okay, in my opinion, for the other elements is program and sensor of an autonomous robot is the most important part. This is because the intelligent actions and decisions are depends on the program written by the engineers that then followed by the improvement of the appearance of the autonomous robots. Is it okay? Do you understand?
Thank you for your answer.
Okay. All right. I will continue the next simulation. Simulation is the, in my opinion, simulation is the imitation of the operation of a real-world process or system over time. Simulation modeling solves real-world problems safely and efficiently. It provides an important method of analysis which is easily verified, communicated, and understood. The challenges of the simulation, in my opinion, I think that interactive design processes are complicated. This is because it requires running a simulation that could take hours or multiple Unity simplified copies over and over again. Next, the less efficiency of the simulation is due to long duration to obtain the results of the product. In my opinion, the future engineers are required to simulate each process instead of the final product to overcome this condition.
Okay. Based on my opinions, another greater revolution in IR 4.0 was the cloud computing. For cloud computing, in the simplest term, cloud computing means storing and accessing the data and program over the internet instead of using your computer hard disk. Cloud computing is a delivery of computing service including server, storage, database, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence. So I will talk about the challenges. For the challenges, there will be the security of the cloud computing. For the first one will be the visibility into the cloud data. For my opinions, we as an engineer, we have to make a complete view of cloud data, require direct access to the cloud service. So we will ensure the the viewer will be our peoples. So the second one will be the control over cloud data. So for my opinion, we have the once we have the visibility into the cloud data, we apply the control to the best suit for our organizations. Then will be secure our data.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I ask a question?
Can sure.
What is the another advantage that cloud computing will bring to engineering field?
For my opinion, cloud computing it will bring the data to be centralized in the cloud. This means that engineer can have the same plan available to them across any device. So we can make edit and file will be outdated on another machine we work on. So basically, every people will able to see the data online. Did my answer is what you need? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for answer.
So the next one will be the mobile technology. For mobile technology is another revolution that will bring the huge difference to what engineering field in future. Mobile technology is a form of technology that is mostly used in cellular communication and related aspect. So we, as an engineer, we understand that what actually mobile technology has brought benefit to our engineering work. So example will be the e-construction and the mobile technology can transforming the way we do the business in construction management. Okay, for the challenges will be the four biggest harder to introduce a new process in the workplace. The first one will be the technology selection. So we as an engineer, we select the right technology, which means that we're selecting the next software or hardware option. Remember to consider both functionality and user friendliness. The second one will be the employee onboarding. So we must encourage our employee to buy in. So the employee have to understand why the technology is important and their new tools can be used properly. The next one will be the training. For my opinion, we should prepare several training options for the workers. So the worker will interested in the skill in mobile technology. That's all for my presentation.
Okay, now I will talk about the additive manufacturing. So its fundamental concept associated with virtual environment comprises Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing, and moreover. So whereas its physical realms include autonomous robots and additive manufacturing. And based on my opinions, the physical parts of the smart factories is limited by the capabilities of the existing manufacturing system. This makes additive manufacturing as one of the vital components of Industry 4.0. And building a developing technology to create accurate and strengthen intricate objects with increased production speeds, it may offer a way of replacing the conventional manufacturing techniques in the near future. So from the materials, the first one is metal additive manufacturing. On my opinions, due to their favorable mechanical characteristic, metals are perhaps the most common materials in engineering. As a consequence, 3D printing industry seeks for novel solution to create metallic parts that can substitute their conventionally produced counterparts. Recently, many metallic components can be manufactured by additive manufacturing techniques using aluminum, titanium, stainless steel as the main constituents in the process. The second materials is smart materials. Introduction of smart materials to additive manufacturing industry provide advantageous feature-like configurations of the printed structures and attaining the desired materials property in time. In general, sheet memory alloys and sheet memory polymers are implemented as 4D printing materials to produce functional parts of soft robotic system, self-evolving structures, and control sequential folding applications. And the third one is printable hydraulics and electronics. Innovation in multi-materials additive manufacturing has been investigated, where the study introduces printable hydraulic in which solid and liquid materials were printed simultaneously in the process. And the fused deposition modeling with multiple nozzles were utilized to fabricate solid structures consisting rigid, flexible support materials and to fill the fluids at the same time.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry for interrupt. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Please ask.
Okay, I want to ask the question is, for manufacturing, what are some of the main applications?
The main application, okay, there are some main application. For example, there are dental and orthopedics implants. And next is jewelry manufacturers. So there are some complex and intricate design can easily be produced. And next is some low volume productions, means that any industry which require low volume productions and benefits from rapid prototyping is ideal. Okay, am I answer your questions?
Yeah, you answer. Thank you.
Okay, good boy. Okay, the next is cybersecurity. On my opinion, cybersecurity needs in ensuring the success of Industry 4.0 and have solution in place. Industrial cybersecurity with the aim to protect companies from three main risks. First is unintentional infection of an industry network. The second is professional employee that will hack the company system, and the third is cyber war. Okay, to avoid viewing victims and ensuring a clearer path to achieving Industry 4.0, it is suggested to regularly update operating system, application software, and security solutions. Apply necessary security fix and audit access control for ICS component in the enterprise industrial network and its boundaries. And the last is provide dedicated training and support for employee as well as partners and supplier with access to networks. Okay, I will pass to my teammates.
So to achieve the IR 4.0, the future engineer must be able to make use of the advanced technology and see the possible implication of the advanced technology. So now I will present about the augmented reality. So augmented reality is same family with the virtual reality. Virtual reality is that the people live their world that they are living and bring that into a new world that has been made by computer. Meanwhile, augmented reality is to augment the reality world with additional information. The example of AR technologies are Pokemon Go, Snapchat, and Google Maps, and so on. So the possible implication of AR is it can show the 3D architecture and structure plan, smoothen construction progress monitoring, instant instruction, deliver and installation of M&E system.
Hi, Mr. Long. Sorry for interrupt.
Yeah,
Can I ask you a question?
sure.
Can
Just
you tell one more possible implications?
There are many of possible implications of AR, and one of them for the employee training program. With the AR, the new employee can be trained by using AR.
Oh,
Can I answer you?
sure. You answer me. Thank you for your answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question also. So now I will continue my presentation. So the future engineer also must be aware of the challenges of the advanced technology. So the challenges of AR is it can bring the possibilities of physical injuries, and also nowadays it is still poor quality of content and use cases, and also price of hardware is too expensive to public. So the next technology is big data analysis. So big data is a term applied to data sets whose size or type is beyond the ability of traditional relational database to capture, manage, and process the data with low latency. So the implication of big data analysis, it can be used to predict weather, natural disaster, user behavior, and so on. And civil engineer can use the big data to build a house that can minimize the impact bring by natural disaster. And also E&E engineer can use it to build the artificial intelligence, AI. And here is the challenges of big data analysis. So one of them is dealing with the data growth and recruiting and retaining the big data talents, and also the security of the big data. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. So in conclusion, the future engineer must be able to see must be able to make use of the advanced technology and see the possibility of the technology, and also be aware of the challenges. With all of these characteristics, then we will achieve the IR 4.0. Thank you, Doctor.